Hey, what's up, you guys? So this video that you're about to see, don't be alarmed. I'm feeling much better, somewhat. But I thought I was gonna do kind of like a mashup of me now versus how I was in that state. And the video is like really fucking long, so I'm gonna just make another video, kind of rolling out, how the whole not eating thing kind of has played into like the kidney stuff that I've been dealing with, like the kidney disease or kidney failure, the kidney problems I've been having, slash like how that ties into my attachment issues and like the recent like breakup trigger and all of that jazz. There's just like so much I've discovered, and this video it has some good information in it. It's not as like all over the place that I thought it was at the time. My thoughts were just super jumbled at 4 a.m. or whatever time it was I was recording this, and I hadn't slept in like 4 to 5 days. So of course, like I was out of it. But like out of it, Julia seemed to make a lot of sense. Not that that's a good thing, but yeah. So look up for a follow-up video. I'm gonna try to link it like up here. I'm not sure, where does it pop up? Right here or right here? One of those, you'll see it like pop up. So click on that. So that's just gonna be a little bit more in depth of these issues, kind of like more introspective, especially maybe a little bit more clearer now that I'm like, actually present mentally. So yeah, yep, and I hope you enjoy it. Obviously, if it wasn't clear, I was in some type of, I wouldn't say psychosis, but like sleep deprivation is probably the right word. Yeah, hypomania is a bitch. So I was thinking about doing a video or like, recording, and then I was like, no, I don't really want to. It's like a lot. And I was like, no, this is important. So it is, it's like in the middle of the night, so it's like 1 a.m. or something. And yes, obviously, I guess I'm a little manic or hypomanic, or I don't know, maybe I just don't want to sleep. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. I went to Cookout to get food because I haven't really eaten much today. Today I had a banana, I had some blueberries, and I had a vitamin. It's a really good vitamin. It has like all the nutrients in it. I'll have to do a review on it because it's like amazing. But yeah, and I feel like I actually did have something else. I just like can't. Maybe I don't think I did. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I haven't really been eating a lot lately. And by lately, I mean like the past month. Yeah, but just the past, July, starting in July. And it's kind of like one of those phases where I go through where it's like, I don't really want to eat, or like I don't really, like, I feel like if I'm eating, it makes me feel, I can't even do this video, you guys. I'm gonna have to like, oh, what is going on with my life right now? Okay, so I think I just got anxiety because, well, I guess to y'all, I didn't really go anywhere, but I paused the video. I think I had anxiety because I didn't know if y'all would notice that I like kind of out of it. I was doing really well, and then like now it's like, oh, I haven't slept, and like tonight I am sleeping. I'm going to sleep. But if I didn't go sleep tonight, it'd be 4 days. Anyway, but the reason, so as I was saying, the reason for this video is really that, I was hungry, like sort of hungry in the sense that like I was like, oh, I haven't really eaten anything today. I could use some food, some substance, something to give me like some energy. So I was like, Cookout. So I decided on Cookout, and that was like where I was going. I went to Walgreens to pick up some things, and I also went to Cookout and got a cheddar style burger tray with a side of the cheese quesadilla and french fries. I typically don't get french fries. I typically would get chicken nuggets, and then I would get like an Oreo milkshake if like I was in a normal state of mind. I think for the past, really ever since I was like hypomanic, so the end of June, beginning of July, right after that, little relationship drama that I had, I've been hypomanic basically ever since. And there's been periods where I feel like I haven't been hypomanic, and when I have been, like this week, for example, or like I guess last week, or like I was like, oh, I'm like stable now, or like I'm stabilizing, and then something like this happens, and it's just like, was I stable last week? Was I not? I don't really know. Anywho, during like, I've noticed that during like manic, I don't know what I'm doing with my arm. During manic phases or episodes or hypomanic episodes, whenever I feel like sort of that manic energy, I feel weird by saying manic energy. I always feel weird saying that. Whenever I feel that, I typically don't eat a lot. So I mentioned that in my last video, and it's not just not the need to eat. I mean, it is partially the not need to eat. Like I literally don't feel like I need to eat any food. It's also like I don't really want to. So I'm like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity to like lose some weight, and like this in combination with running, like I will be fit and it'll be awesome, and I don't have to worry about it. But when I got home and I opened up my tray, I was just like, I really don't want to eat this. Like it's so much food. Like the burger has cheese melting all over it, and like it's bacon, and like I added some like A1 sauce, and like it looks like decent as hell. But I don't know, I have this weird like dissonance inside of me. It's like I don't really want, I feel like if I eat this tray for whatever reason, I'll like gain like 10 pounds, which is not how weight works, number one. Number two, like 10 pounds is not going to do anything to me, and I shouldn't care about it at all. So it's like logically I understand that like I need to eat food, I need to have substance, and that like I'm not big or whatever now, but I feel like if I eat, I will become big, and then that's just like how it happens. I want to go turn off the air conditioner, so I'm so sorry if like it was super loud and you guys couldn't really hear me. I'll probably know if you can hear me or not when I'm editing, but I am not even capable of going back and starting from the beginning. So sorry. As I was saying, I only really feel this way like in terms of like being turned off towards eating, or like feeling like oh, I'm like one burger away from being like 500 pounds, because that's what it feels like. I only get this way when I'm manic, or like when I have like hypomanic energy. Again, like I'm rarely ever manic. It's happened like twice in my life. But when I'm like hypomanic, sort of like in that like in between stage, I wouldn't describe it as being in between, but that's like the easiest way to comprehend it. So I don't know what to make of that, because there are times throughout the year where like I love food regardless. Like I like to think I love food. I love different types of food, different like international cuisines. It's all amazing. But like right now at this point, it's like it's not the move. And the things that are going through my mind are like, one, like I don't want to be like 500 pounds. Also, like I'm not sure if this is like scientifically true, but my understanding of the way the stomach works, because I've been eating either nothing all day, which is like obviously bad, and I've like tried not to do that because like I feel like that's how people with bipolar disorder just die, not like necessarily from like suicide, but like not taking care of themselves throughout the years. So like I'm trying, so like I came up with the goal at least one meal, and make sure that meal is like super like healthy, and then maybe add some like smoothies in with the day, or like eat fruit. So two would be that like I literally can't eat I can't eat as much food as I used to, and that's because like I don't know, I think the stomach shrinks, because like if I'm not eating like in a whole day, or like I'm just eating one meal, consuming like less than, honestly like, most days it's probably less than like 700 calories, then it's like what was I talking about, you guys? Then the stomach shrinks, I think, so like you can like the stomach is like compensating. It's essentially like, I don't like the way this sounds because that's a negative connotation. It's ironic, but like it's it's in starvation mode, I guess. So it shrinks, and you're not like able to like really have that much food. Slash, like if I were to eat that much food, I would feel like I'm full and like sick and all of that jazz. So like I took 2 bites of the burger, and it wasn't just because, you know, I thought I was like gaining 10 pounds with each bite. It was also that like I was like, oh, okay, I'm full now, which is like how I can get by with one meal. But yeah, I mean, like it's the same problem with like dealing with like the hypomania shit. Like I know that logically it's a problem. Like obviously I talk a lot about mental illnesses and mental health. I know the steps and the good steps that you're supposed to take. And like, you know, I had my 7th grade, 8th grade health class. Like we need food to survive. We need food for energy. We need like food for the immune system. Especially if I'm not eating nor sleeping, it's like a recipe for disaster. I understand all of that. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to get like 500 pounds. And that's like a weird, real fear of mine. Like not literally 500 pounds, but it's just like, I feel as though like my worth is like taken away, if that makes sense. I don't know. But like, I mean, I'm fine in general. Like I'm still like happy and like things in life are great. It's just that like, there's small things like this that I realize that, you know, this is my like current struggle. There's like all these different moving parts, and it's not just, you know, being like manic or depressed. It's like I have maybe an eating disorder when I'm manic, but not when I'm manic. So maybe it's not an eating disorder at all. And again, it's I don't know. I think until I can like really figure out the feelings behind, you know, not wanting to eat, or thinking I'm gonna gain weight, or, you know, thinking that it's a problem to gain weight. I think that's like the biggest thing. It's like, if I gain weight, so what? I've gained weight before, and like I didn't give a fuck. I was like eating and it was good, and I was happy, nice and full. Like I think until I can figure out like why I feel this way, or why the feelings are there that cause the behaviors, I have to force myself just to do things like just to do them, because like otherwise, like I said, that's how you die. And that is a fear of mine as well. That like I'm going to end up doing stuff in terms of like how I'm living my life now, like getting hooked on like substances or something, and then like dying, because like that's what happens. And that's not funny. But you know what I'm saying, hopefully. I think additionally is that, like, again, I said I'm trying to eat healthier, the meals that I do eat. So I know, like, in the mornings, this just sounds so bad. In the mornings, there's this cafe across the street that I go to, and I get a breakfast sandwich, essentially. And that's, like, my meal for the day. But if I have a breakfast sandwich, I typically snack, like, throughout the day. Like, very small snacks, but anyway. I make sure that like they load it up with spinach, and like that's like making sure, and it has an egg on it, you know, and it has some protein, and like that's all great. So I know that like that's, I mean, I would think that's a balanced-ish meal. It doesn't have any like oats, because I don't get like oat bread, but like, you know, it's better for me than like the McDonald's breakfast sandwich. So there's things like that where I'm like, okay, you have to have one meal a day. You have to have something in your stomach. You have to like eat good food, because your body needs nutrients, your body needs substances for your immune system, for like bipolar disorder, for like all the shit that you have. And then like also, you're not gonna become like 500 pounds. I just keep telling myself that like, you are fine, you're gonna be fine. And yeah, I don't believe myself, obviously. But that's what I'm struggling with right now. And I say struggling in the sense that like, it's the internal dissonance. Like externally, in terms of like what I'm doing, like I don't really want to change this. Like I feel like I'm like back to my normal size in terms of like structure and like weight and tone and all of that. I'm back to like how I was like 3 years ago. And I'm very happy, but I only got here because I literally like just don't eat, and that because I was running at the time. So yeah, it's like, I know it's unhealthy and I know it's bad, especially because like if you saw my video about possible kidney disease, like bladder issues, like I really do need my immune system. And I think that, I don't know, it just gives me a lot of anxiety, in the sense that this is how bipolar disorder gets worse, and how like people get like, how people end up dying. Again, I keep saying dying because this is how it happens. Like they don't take medicine. I'm not taking medicine. They have like episodes. I'm not sure if this is just one big episode or if I've just been having mini episodes like throughout the weeks. You know, I'm not eating, I'm not sleeping, my immune system is compromised, and there's something like I have an infection or a disease or something. They don't really know yet. They're testing for a whole bunch of different things. It could be cancer, it could be like diseases, it could be a bacteria infection, I don't know. It's like, oh, it's not as serious as maybe I just made it seem, but it could be, which is like the scary part. That's another video. But what I'm trying to say is that, you know, that's not caused by me not eating, but me not eating certainly does not help that, plus me not sleeping. So all of these things, you know, together are weighing down on my body. I know they have to be, but at the same time, it's like, I don't feel bad. I feel great. I mean, I feel tired as shit right now, but I'm not depressed, and I feel like that's the standard I've set for myself. Maybe I should change that standard. It's just that I'm typically always depressed, or like that was the biggest battle I think for most of my life is depression. So now it's like the mania, but the mania feels good. So it's like I don't want to change this. I know that people would say like I have to change it, but it's like I don't know. I'm like getting a lot of stuff done. I'm skinny. I'm like, but it's like, yeah, I'm hella productive. I'm like pretty fit. I'm productive because like I don't go to sleep, and I'm happy. So like my life seems good. Like, well, why would I change it? So that's what I'm just like, struggling with. I don't know what that just was. Yeah, I'm rambling now and like just going off and on. I'm not even sure if I make any sense or if I'm coherent, but I'm just like kind of forcing myself to finish this like cookout tray. I'm probably not gonna be able to finish it, but yeah, I don't know what that means. Do I have like an eating disorder? Especially because like other times throughout the year, I might still be like, oh man, I wish I was like this size, but I don't care. I'm gonna still eat. Give me a plate. Give me a few plates. And now it's just like, oh no, I don't like eat food, like at all. So I don't really know what to do about that, guys. Besides force myself to eat, and like continue to do the things I know to be good.